Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a first impressions on the new Huda Beauty, what is the name of this? Faux Filter High Coverage Cream Foundation. When I first saw Huda Beauty kind of announcing that she was going to come out with this foundation and like teasing us on her Snapchat, I was so excited because it looked like it had such full coverage. It just looked like something I needed to try. And I mean, I'm not honestly the person who wears full coverage all the time. If I do my makeup, like I'm okay with a light coverage, I'm okay with a full coverage. It just depends on my mood. But this just looked too good to pass up. So this is what it looks like right here. I love the bottle on this. I just think this is so sleek. This is $40 for 1.18 fluid ounces. Now, I personally think that's a really good price. First of all, I feel like Huda Beauty is a little bit more on the pricey side. Like her palette, I just so happen to be holding this because this is what I used for my mirror today. But her palettes, I feel like, are more on the pricey side. They're like $65 each, which, I mean, to me, that's a little bit more on the pricey side. $40 for 1.18 fluid ounces. That is not bad at all. Like, I really expected it to be a lot more, especially since you're getting more than you would in a typical foundation. Usually foundations come with 1 fluid ounce. You're getting a little bit more in this one. So I think that's priced pretty well. They do have 30 shades available. 30 shades I think is pretty good. And if you take a look at the lightest foundation color versus the darkest foundation color, they kind of covered, I wouldn't say every single skin tone like under the sun, but they covered a lot of different skin tones. I think you would, like, 99.9% chance that you find your perfect match in this foundation. So I'm just going to read off of the Sephora website kind of the description of the product. So it says that it is medium to full coverage. The skin types that this foundation are good for, yeah, that makes sense, are oily, combination, dry, and normal. And then for the finish, this is kind of a little sketch. It says that it's natural, radiant, matte, and satin. I'm not really sure how this one foundation has 4 finishes. I'm not sure, but that's what it says. And then it just says it's a full coverage cream foundation that visibly conceals blemishes and imperfections for a filter-like finish. If you guys would like to see my first impressions on the Faux Filter foundation by Huda Beauty, then please just keep on watching. So I'm just going to jump right into application. I am going to prime my face because if I don't prime my face, I'm going to hate the foundation. I already know that because I prime my face every single day. So the first primer I'm going in with is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Primer. Along with that, I am also grabbing my Urban Decay Pore Perfecting Complexion Primer Potion. I love this primer for my T-zone. It really does like hide my pores, which is like all I could ever ask for. Because mama's got some big old pores. Did I even show you the primer? This primer. So the color that I got in this foundation is the color 430N Gingerbread because I found swatches online and it looked like it would match my body the best. My face looks butt white all the time, and that's just because I exfoliate a lot. So I'm going to pump 2 pumps on the back of my hand. This is what it looks like. It's a little runny, not too crazy, kind of like a mid runniness level. So I'm just going to dot this all over. This color looks fine, I guess. I don't know. I hope this isn't one of those foundations that dries really fast because that like really gets on my nerves. It feels a little thicker as I'm putting my finger in it and like, oh, I got bit by a bug. Dotted on my face. It feels like it's a little bit more on the thick side. So whatever's left on my hand, I'm just going to grab with a damp beauty blender, which is what I'm using to blend this out. Is what I use to blend out all my foundations. That has pretty good coverage. Can you see that? I have a bug bite here, covered that up. I have a lot of beauty marks, which I'm sure you already saw. Covered a good amount of those up. I have too many to have any foundation cover all of them. So this is what the foundation looks like after 1 layer, which is all I would really do because this has like pretty full coverage. I would say it's not like fullest coverage I've ever seen, but it's pretty full coverage. Like, it covered everything pretty well. Right now, I would say it's kind of like a satin to dewy finish on the skin. This does still feel kind of tacky on the skin, which is something I really don't like in foundations. I really prefer when it feels very lightweight on the skin, which right now it really doesn't. It feels like tacky. It feels kind of sticky to the touch. It feels like there's foundation there. So I'm going to see if that goes away on its own. Right now it is 1:36 p.m. I got a late start today. I'm gonna go finish off my makeup off camera. We're gonna see how everything wears on top, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I am back and the rest of my makeup is on. It only took me the entire day. Literally, it is now 3:04 p.m. Just to give you a little idea. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like with a full face of makeup, and I have to say I was kind of really paying attention to it while I was doing my eyeshadow, and it really didn't set anymore at all. So like, it kind of stayed tacky on the skin. I didn't put any powder right underneath my contour, and I can feel it still pretty tacky, and it's been, you know, like a hot minute, like you saw. So I really don't like that. That's kind of one of the things that irks me the most about foundation. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine, is when I can feel my foundation on my skin. So I'm kind of a little wary about that, but I do really like the way that it looks on my skin with a full face of makeup. It has really good coverage, and I do really like the finish. So if this wears really, really well throughout the entire day, maybe I can look past the fact that it's super tacky on my skin, but like I said, that's kind of that's like a deal breaker for me. If you don't know how my first impressions work, usually I check in once in the middle of the day, so like maybe like the 4-hour mark, and then once all the way at the end of the night, just so that you guys see how it looks kind of in the middle and how it looks at the end, you know? So I will see you guys in a couple of hours, but like for you it'll be 5 seconds, but for me it'll be a couple of hours. So I'll be right back. Where you going? Where are you going? Come. Look at that. That is my girl. So I'm checking in just a little bit later than I originally wanted to, but it's not my fault. I got like caught up with pumping breast milk and stuff, you know? So it's currently 6:46 p.m., which means I've had the foundation on for a little bit over 5 hours, like barely anything more than 5 hours. And I have to say, I'm looking in the mirror, like right there. It looks really, really good on my skin. It does not feel good, so I do want to mention that. It still feels like really tacky right here, where I like basically all the areas I don't have any powder on. It still feels tacky, and like, it's been 5 hours. That's like, besides that, I think what happened? Besides that, I think it looks really good. If I could get over the fact that it feels kind of heavy on the skin, then I would be okay. It's definitely not a foundation that I would use every day for that reason, plus for the reason that it has pretty full coverage. So I don't know. I don't know. This might not be like, I don't know. I mean, if that doesn't bother you, if like you don't care if you can feel your foundation on your skin, then this might be for you. But for me, it just stresses me out just like a little bit. I'm going to find, well, not find, I know exactly where she is. I'm gonna go to Alana so you guys can see her quietly though. Here she is. She's sleeping. Oh my goodness, she's doing. I've awoken the beast. Oh no. Everybody run. Please don't wake up, please don't wake up, please don't wake up. Oh shit. Alright, milkshake. Let's go. Let's go, quick. Before we wake her up. Okay guys, so it is currently, please hold, 12:13 a.m. I was gonna say p.m. a.m. which means I've had the foundation on for almost, like, just shy of 11 hours. Clearly I haven't touched up anything. My skin, my lipstick for that matter, I haven't touched up anything on my face. You can see my eye makeup is like, it's like on its way out. So as I'm looking in the mirror here, I have to say my foundation actually looks really good for 11 hours of wear. Like, I'm not oily at all on my forehead, which is like the first place that I get oily. My blush, highlight, contour, everything else is still pretty visible, and that's like usually the first thing that kind of fades away, so that's a good sign. My makeup definitely still feels tacky. Like, it's been 11 hours. Obviously I don't think this is ever gonna set. I just think this foundation is one of those that it's gonna feel tacky the entire day. So if you can get over it, which I honestly think that I can, just because of how good it looks after 11 hours, like this is good. Like, with the exception of my lip looking like disgusting, like I like I eat like a savage, and the exception of my eye makeup looking like out of control, I think this makeup looks pretty much the same as it did when I first applied it. Like, tell me it doesn't. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you've tried this foundation, what you think of it. Let me know if you're thinking about picking it up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat if you're not already. All that information is going to be linked down below, as well as everything that I'm wearing on my face today. And I think that's all I have to say. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys my first tutorial since having my baby. And it's a